A congressional hearing on the impact of diversity, equity, and inclusion on university campuses turned fiery today as witnesses testified on how DEI initiatives widen divisions on campus and are a mechanism for discrimination. Well, today's committee hearing included testimony covering how DEI initiatives have corrupted, yes, you heard me correctly, corrupted medical school instruction, as classroom and clinical time is devoted to social issues that doctors can't change, such as climate, homelessness, and the police. Joining me now to discuss this, Congressman Glenn Grothman. He serves on the House Committee on Education and Workforce, the House Oversight and Accountability Committee, and the House Budget Committee. He represents the 6th Congressional District of Wisconsin. Congressman Grothman, welcome back to Washington Watch. Thanks for joining us.
Glad to be on the show as always. You're right. It was a very interesting committee hearing today.
Well, and you asked a few questions. What'd you find out?
Well, we had one witness there who focused on medical schools, and I was surprised the degree to which these DEI people have taken over the medical schools. First of all, they have this fiction that people are happiest if they're treated by a doctor from their same medical group. So clearly, they felt it was more important to have a, let's say, Native American doctor treating a Native American to the degree to which you wonder if they're going to put people through medical school who aren't as good just to get the ethnic match. I mean, if so, it means we're having, and certainly what they implied, it means we are putting people through medical school, not based on who does best on MCAT, a standardized test to get the smartest people to be doctors, but rather getting some racial groups in at the cost of quality, and in particular harming people from what I would call people of color, because the implication being you'd rather have a person of your color than a good doctor. Just horrible. In any event, we always need DEI, so your listeners know, it identifies people by genetic background or ethnic background.
I just want a good doctor. When I need a doctor, I want a good doctor that can help me, whatever problem I might have. I want them to fix it so I can get going again. But there was an alarm sounded today. Dr. Stanley Goldfarb said that, look, this thing is moving. This ship has left the station and left the dock, and it's going to destroy our medical system.
Well, I've had two doctors tell me that they feel the quality of medicine in this country peaked out about 7 years ago, because that was the point at which more and more of the people in the system are there for racial reasons than top flight medical professionals. And that's certainly kind of what we heard today, in that people are judging people who gets into medical school, who gets through medical school by an ethnic background, which is just ridiculous. I mean, it's horrible even in a little liberal arts university if you're hiring your professors based on race. But in your medical school, my goodness, my whole life, you hear the doctor that's supposed to be the smartest guy in the class.
Right.
Now, it's just ridiculous.
There was a lot of focus on DEI in medical schools, particularly pushing transgender ideology. That was discussed today.
It's another one. I mean, they're taught this ridiculousness. And by the way, so your listeners know, the vast majority of people who would go into this transgender stuff will bounce back within a short time period, right? There are very few people who go this way your whole life. So when you begin to humor people or encourage people by how wonderful this transgender stuff is, you wind up putting people who would have bounced out of it and made them lifetime transgenders. But the idea that they are getting this nonsense in medical school is another disturbing thing. Obviously, there are a lot of medical facilities today who are engaged in this gender adjustment surgery, which is horrific beyond belief. And I think just common sense will tell you in the vast majority of cases, there'd be no problem here if you just let things be. But obviously you are taught, if you are a doctor in today's society, that this is a wonderful, normal thing, and there are all these people walking around who are, and it's ridiculous that you're taught that in medical school. It's kind of guaranteeing that you're going to have muddle-headed liberals graduating from medical school.
Very, very quickly, I have about 20 seconds left, but these DEI programs have administrators that oversee all of this. Is that part of the skyrocketing of the tuition rates, paying for all this stuff?
I'm sure there's a cost, and they went through the different major universities, University of Michigan, Berkeley, University of Wisconsin, the huge number of people they had working there. I'll tell you this, as long as you have any of these people hired, I wouldn't give any money to a university because it means they have way too much money to waste.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Congressman Grothman, always great to see you. Thanks so much, Glenn, for being with us today.
Good, Tony.